Hello and welcome to My Favourite Things, the contemporary music show with me, Matt, Musicmaster. We are privileged in the studio today to have the notable composer Bertie Esmond Nice to talk about his latest symphony. Hello, Mr. Nice.
Oh, thank you very much for having me. Please call me Bertie.
Bertie it is then. Let's talk about your latest symphony then. I believe it's number 22.
Well, no, it's actually my 23rd. The 22nd was the one I composed previously.
My mistake. With so many symphonies under your belt, Bertie, do you have anything new to say in the medium?
Well, not really. I've formulated a successful formula, so it's very much like my previous symphonies, but I've added a few extra surprises.
Very interesting. Can you let us into what these surprises might be?
Well, certainly not. If I told you what the surprises were, they wouldn't be a surprise, would they?
Of course not. Tell us the scoring of the work. Is it for full symphony orchestra?
Well, not really. It's an intimate work scored for 4 players. I've asked them to perform in such a way that it sounds like much larger forces.
Very interesting. I believe the work was premiered recently in your hometown. Was the occasion well attended?
Well, my sister came and her husband, and of course Alice, she had to be on hand to do the refreshments, and we managed to sell 2 tickets on the door to a lovely couple. Unfortunately, they had to leave after the first movement. I don't think one of them was feeling too well.
Some have said that your works are quite demanding and require commitment for the listener. Would you like to elaborate on this?
I'd much rather have a small, dedicated following than to sacrifice my art just to simply fill a huge concert hall.
Bertie, let's talk about the title of your symphony. Many great symphonies have had titles. Beethoven's Pastoral, Schubert's Unfinished come to mind. Yours is Symphony Espresso. I believe your wife had something to do with this.
Yes, I was having trouble thinking of a title for my new work until I was out with Alice. We were having a coffee, and she just came out with it.
Oh, that's lovely. May I ask if there's a 24th symphony in the pipeline?
I think there will be. After all, Haydn composed over 100.
Well, thank you very much for coming in, Bertie, and we've enjoyed listening to you talk about your latest work. We're now going to have the great pleasure in hearing Bertie Esmond Nice conduct the second movement, Latte Larghetto, from his Espresso Symphony, here live in our studio. I'm afraid that's all we have time for, but Don't forget to tune in next week because we have Ray Brightlight to focus on his latest science fiction novel, Laserbeam. It should be quite enlightening. So, until then, I hope you've enjoyed my favourite things.